He was at the very bottom of the school's food chain, the ultimate loser who got crushed every single day. But then, a mysterious window appeared and gave him the ultimate cheat codes: instant height, professional boxing skills, and the power to hunt down his enemies. But he soon realizes that once you start this game, there is no going back. The quests get riskier every single day, and now he must defeat the school's top dog or lose everything he has gained forever. It all began on that day. Sehun was lying there on the concrete, completely defeated, struggling to breathe. The sound of the school delinquents laughing was still echoing around him. Moments like these made him desperate for a way to fight back. He always wished real life worked like those fantasy comics he read in secret. So, in his desperation, he whispered the words, "Quest window." Just once. Obviously nothing happened. He laughed bitterly at himself. Of course, this is reality. Nobody's coming to save you. But then, just as he turned to walk away, he heard it. A soft chime cutting through the silence. A glowing interface materialized in the air before him. Do you wish to accept this quest? He couldn't move. He was too terrified to touch it, too scared to believe what he was seeing. So he just walked to school in complete silence. During class, his hands were shaking as he finally reached toward the screen to press yes. But fate had other plans. His hand slipped and accidentally brushed against Karen as she walked past his desk. She stopped cold, eyes filled with pure disgust, then slapped him hard across the face. Just like every other day, she ordered him around like a servant. Sehun never argues. He never fights back. On his way out of the classroom, the fat bully from earlier, Chungdong, grabbed him again and knocked him down for absolutely no reason. Later that night, Sehun came home and begged his mother to let him quit school. He told her he wanted to become a YouTuber instead. His mom, furious, told him to shut his mouth before she lost her temper. His sister was sprawled on the couch and mocked him openly. You think anyone's going to watch your videos, loser? Sehun stormed into his room and slammed the door behind him. Alone in his bedroom, Sehun pulled up the quest window once more. This time, he pressed yes without hesitation. Tutorial quest has been generated. Objective: apologize to your mother. Reward: 1 gold card. Sehun stared at the screen in disbelief. A gold card just for apologizing? Can I actually sell this thing? He stepped out of his room and forced out the most uncomfortable apology of his entire life. Sorry for yelling earlier. I didn't mean any of it. I just lost my temper. His sister thought he'd completely lost his mind. We should probably get him checked by a doctor. But then the quest window chimed. Quest completed. Gold card obtained. A shimmering card appeared in his palm. Single-use item. Increase height by 1.2 inches. Sehun's jaw dropped to the floor. He activated it immediately without thinking twice. He burst out of his room and grabbed his sister by both shoulders. She threatened to call the police on him, but he didn't care at all. He was 5'6" now. For the first time in his entire life, Sehun felt like he'd actually won something. The following day, Sehun walked into school like he owned every hallway. Other students noticed immediately. Why does he look different? Did he actually get taller? Nah, he's probably just wearing lifts in his shoes. Sehun was riding the high of his newfound confidence. He'd grown taller. Things were finally changing for the better. Then the quest window appeared again. Tutorial quest has been generated. Objective: kiss Karen Beck. Reward: 1 gold card and 1 silver card. Sehun felt his entire body freeze. Kiss Karen Beck. The girl who slaps people just for existing near her. The same girl who threatened to destroy him just yesterday. He laughed nervously to himself. There's absolutely no way I can do this. He tried to abandon the quest, but the system wasn't having it. Warning: abandoning this quest will result in forfeiture of all rewards. Quest windows will never appear again. Sehun felt a chill run down his spine. If he gave up now, he'd shrink back down to 5'5" permanently. No more quests, no more cards, no more chance at changing his life. He was completely trapped. Deadline: before school ends today. How am I supposed to kiss her? We're not even friends. She'll actually end me, he muttered under his breath. A kiss. His classmate Kuya overheard him. You want someone to kiss you? I wouldn't mind doing it. Sehun nearly fainted on the spot. What are you talking about? Kuya started laughing. Relax, man. I'm messing with you. He was covered head to toe in bruises. Another victim of constant bullying. Sehun confided in him about his impossible situation. What would you do if someone gave you a mission to kiss a girl? Kuya thought about it seriously. Maybe just ask her nicely? She'd never agree to that. What about offering her money? Sehun paused for a moment. You're actually a genius. Kuya pulled out his wallet without hesitation. I've got your back, bro. They both immediately realized how terrible this plan actually was. We're legitimately awful people. Yeah, but desperate times make people do stupid things. Sehun realized something crucial. To kiss Karen, he needed to be completely alone with her. And there was only one time that ever happened. During PE class, Karen always faked being sick to skip that class. Sehun stayed behind while everyone else went to the gymnasium. Karen was asleep at her desk when he approached. She woke up and saw him standing there. Why aren't you in gym class? I wasn't feeling well either. Were you watching me sleep, you creep? No, I wasn't. She laughed suddenly. Relax, I'm just messing with you. But seriously, go get me a strawberry milk right now. I already got you one. She blinked in surprise and looked at her desk. There it was sitting right there. When did you even? Whatever. Good little servant. Sehun's mind was racing frantically. How do I actually pull this off? He grabbed the milk bottle, took a quick sip from it, then asked casually, have you ever kissed anyone before? Karen's expression went dark instantly. If you don't stop this nonsense right now, the only thing you'll be kissing is a jail cell floor. It was just a joke. I was curious, but it was already too late. Chung-dong had been recording the entire conversation on his phone. Everyone, look, Sehun has a crush on Karen. Sehun begged him desperately to delete the video. Chung-dong punched him hard in the stomach. It's just a joke, bro. Kind of like what you said to Karen just now. The beatdown started immediately. Karen finally intervened. That's enough. Delete the video now. Chung-dong obeyed without question. Karen's word was absolute law in this school. She told Sehun to go home before they knocked him unconscious. Sehun was back in his room, crying with broken glasses and a bruised face. I failed completely. He was about to give up on everything when the quest window chimed. Quest completed successfully. He was utterly confused. How is that even possible? Then it clicked in his mind. Karen picked up the strawberry milk bottle, the exact same one Sehun had drunk from earlier. She took a sip using the same straw. Indirect kiss. Quest completed. Rewards obtained. 1 gold card and 1 silver card. Sehun's entire room exploded with bright light. Sehun stared at the glowing gold card floating in his hand. Single-use item. Vision restored to 20/20. He didn't hesitate for even a second. Use it immediately. The world around him sharpened into perfect focus. Colors became vibrant and clear. He could see his own hand in crystal clarity for the first time in years. These quests are actually insane. Then he remembered the silver card he'd also received. What does this one do? He claimed it, and another glow filled the room. He didn't finish processing the thought before bursting out of his bedroom. Mom, I can see perfectly now without glasses, his sister Dahan shouted from the dining table. Shut up and come eat dinner already. Sehun sat down, still buzzing with pure excitement. Where's Mom right now? She's working late tonight. She made us food before leaving. Now stop talking. Your breath smells like failure. Dahan noticed his bruised face suddenly. Wait, did you get jumped again? No, I was just messing around with some friends. Yeah, right. You definitely got jumped. I don't get jumped. I'm your older brother, remember? Don't pull that older sibling rank on me. Also, where are your glasses? I don't need them anymore. My vision's completely fixed. She stared at him in disbelief. Stop making things up. I'm not lying. It's beyond your level of understanding. Dahan rolled her eyes dramatically. Whatever you say. Just so you know, if you ever see me at school, don't talk to me at all. Why not? Because you're embarrassing to be related to. The next day at school, Chung-dong was waiting for him. He grabbed Sehun by the head aggressively. His friend spoke up beside him. Does he think we're weak or something? Chung-dong tightened his grip painfully. I can't let that kind of disrespect slide. He dragged Sehun into a corner and started beating him again. Meet me behind the school building at lunch, and don't eat anything beforehand. You'll just throw it all up anyway. His crew laughed as they walked away together. Kuya approached Sehun with guilt written all over his face. I'm really sorry, man. Why are you apologizing to me? Sehun asked. I should have helped you, but if I step in, we both get beaten. We made an agreement not to interfere when someone's getting jumped. Just stick to it. Kuya shifted uncomfortably, but kept talking. Still though, it went way too far today. Whatever happens, happens. Sehun leaned back in his seat heavily. I'm taking a nap right now. I'm so pathetic. Why is my life like this? Lunchtime arrived and Sehun headed behind the school building. Chung-dong was lighting up with a psychotic grin on his face. He told Sehun to scream at him just like he did yesterday. Sehun apologized, saying he shouldn't have acted like that. Chung-dong paused, looking confused. That's weird as hell. I'm the one about to hit you. Why are you apologizing to me? He slapped Sehun hard and threw something on the ground, and ordered Sehun to pick it up. Sehun crawled toward it on his hands and knees. Then a sharp voice cut through the tension. What the hell are you doing to him? It was his sister Dahan standing there. Sehun froze completely. What do I tell her? Chung-dong turned around smooth as silk. Who's this girl? That's my little sister. You have a little sister? Chung-dong's entire attitude shifted instantly. This is a complete misunderstanding. I was taking a break, and your brother was just picking up something I accidentally dropped. He doesn't want me getting caught by a teacher, you know? He looked directly at Sehun, right? Sehun nodded weakly. Yeah, that's right. Dahan looked suspicious but uncertain. Is that actually true? Chung-dong walked her away from the scene carefully. Don't worry at all. Your brother's a genuinely good guy. Once she was completely gone, Chung-dong turned back toward Sehun. That was way too close. Yeah, you're lucky I covered for you like that. Thanks, I guess. Chung-dong watched Dahan walking away in the distance. Your sister's pretty popular around here. I don't think she is. I'd like to get to know her way better. Later on, Chung-dong was in the bathroom, and Sehun was standing guard outside like a servant. Chung-dong zipped up his pants. Why didn't you ever tell me you had a sister? I thought we told each other everything important. We're not close at all. She doesn't even want me talking to her at school, then introduce me to her properly. She's really not that great. Her grades are terrible just like mine. You want the actual truth? I think your sister would be really fun to mess with. Sehun was about to respond when Kuya suddenly exited one of the bathroom stalls. That's going way too far, man. Chungdong's fist connected with Kuya's face before he could even blink. I told you not to scare me with that ugly face of yours. He kicked him hard while he was down. At least try to look like a high schooler. How the hell are you only 18 years old? Sehun finally had enough. Hey, Chungdong turned slowly. Did you just call me by my name? Yeah, I did. He moved toward him with his fist already raised. Sehun was faster this time. Flashback sequence. Sehun staring at the silver card he'd received. Boxing jab skill. Execute a professional level jab. Current rank F grade. Can I even use something like this? Back to the present moment. Sehun's fist slammed directly into Chungdong's face with perfect form. Jab executed successfully. Chungdong stumbled backward in shock. What the hell was that? Another jab landed cleanly. Jab executed successfully. Chungdong hit the bathroom floor hard. Kuya stared with his mouth hanging wide open. This is completely unbelievable. Quest completed successfully. Defeat Chungdong Choi. 1 out of 1. Rewards obtained. 1 silver card and 1 bronze card. Skill level has increased. Sehun stood over Chungdong's unconscious body, trying to catch his breath. Kuya grabbed his arm in panic. Did you just end him? He's only unconscious. We need to run right now before anyone sees us. They bolted from the scene immediately. They hid near a construction site, gasping for air. Kuya was completely panicking. This is just the beginning of our problems. The entire school's going to be hunting us down now. Those guys always move in large packs. I know that already. When did you even learn how to box like that? YouTube tutorial videos? I practiced by myself at home. Apparently you can actually do that. Sehun checked his new notification. Skill level has increased. What happens when I eventually hit level 100? He claimed his newly earned rewards. Another card materialized in his hand. Before he could examine it closely, Karen showed up with her group of friends. What are you two doing hiding here? Kuya muttered under his breath. We're completely screwed now. Karen walked directly up to Sehun. Everyone in school is looking for you right now. Are you looking for me too? For Chungdong's sake? She just shrugged casually. I'll pretend I never saw either of you here. Just go home immediately. They got caught anyway. Another student dragged them both back to the classroom looking furious. So you're seriously telling me he got knocked out cold by this guy? The entire class started murmuring among themselves. Someone in the back laughed out loud. He grabbed Kuya and punched him. Sehun closed his yes, imagining all the scenarios that could happen to him. What worries him the most is if Hajun knows about this incident. He's the top dog of the entire school. The absolute beast. The guy who knocked out every single senior when he first transferred here. The guy who'd never lost a single fight in his life. Suddenly, a sharp voice cut through the silence. And of course, it's Hajun. The bully was about to tell Hajun about Chungdong's miserable defeat. But one cold stare from Hajun was enough to make the bully sweat. Hajun surveyed the room with cold eyes. Who's Chungdong Choi? Chungdong raised his hand weakly from his seat. That's me. Hajun looked directly at Sehun. You're the one who knocked him out? Yes, I am. Why did you do it? He insulted my sister. Hajun grabbed Sehun's hand firmly. I heard you know how to box. Hit me right now. I don't actually box for real. Hit me anyway. Sehun hesitated for a moment. If I hit him, he's going to completely destroy me. He quickly checked his recent rewards. A bean of recovery that restores stamina, and a high-pitched singing skill that's completely useless in this situation. Hajun smirked confidently. If you manage to land even one clean hit, I'll let everything go. Sehun weighed his limited options carefully. Either way, I'm getting beaten down. Might as well actually try. He threw a jab with everything he had. Hajun dodged it effortlessly like it was nothing. Sehun tried again, and again, and again. Hajun blocked every single punch easily, then countered with one devastating blow. Sehun hit the ground with his vision blurring rapidly. This is the end. He's actually going to finish me right here. He covered his face instinctively, waiting for the final blow to come. What are you doing right now? Hajun asked calmly. Sehun said he's waiting for you. Hit him. Hajun actually laughed at that. Why would I do that? Let's go outside and talk. Sehun just watched speechless. Outside the school building, Hajun's crew was hanging out and talking casually about girls. Sehun just stood there completely confused. Why did he bring me out here? Hajun offered him one from his pack. What are you waiting for? Just take it. Sehun suddenly realized what was happening. He brought me out here to beat me where nobody can witness it. I don't do that. Hajun put it back in his pocket. What's your full name? Sehun Kim. Well, you're so much better than I initially thought. I countered your punches earlier out of pure reflex. That's my bad. Sehun's jaw nearly hit the ground. Is he actually apologizing to me right now? Hajun kept talking. I've been boxing for quite a while now. You've got serious potential. He's genuinely complimenting me. That night, Sehun lay in bed replaying everything in his mind. What's Hajun's actual deal? Everyone says he's absolutely terrifying, but he apologized to me. He even gave me a compliment. What if he just beats me up tomorrow instead? No quests currently in progress. Sehun stared at the notification blankly. I never thought I'd get mixed up with Hajun because of these crazy quests. He reviewed everything he knew so far. These are still just tutorial level quests. That's why he's been getting so many cards as rewards. Gold cards, silver cards, bronze cards. There must be even higher tier cards that exist. All his cards up to this point have been combat related somehow. Who's actually assigning these quests? And what happens when the real main quests finally start? The next day, Sehun sat with Kuya during class. Hajun's been completely quiet today, Kuya observed nervously. I genuinely thought he'd destroy me the second I walked through that door. Maybe he's planning something even worse. Chungdong suddenly approached their desk. Hajun wants to see you after school today. Sehun's stomach dropped through the floor. What did you just say? Chungdong walked away casually. You heard me correctly, Kuya groaned in despair. The end is finally near for us. What do I even do? There's no point in running away now. It'll only make things exponentially worse. Best to just face him today and get it over with. Sehun arrived at the karaoke bar as instructed. Hajun was there with his entire crew. Popular girls were everywhere. Empty bottles covered every surface. So this is what these kinds of people do when they hang out together. A girl nearby asked, "Who's this random guy?" Another girl just shrugged. No idea at all. Sehun's mind was racing uncontrollably. Is he planning to humiliate me in front of all these people? Then he spotted Karen sitting in the corner. She's here too, apparently. Hajun gestured toward the microphone. Sing us something. Sehun felt pure panic rising. I'm a terrible singer. If I refuse, he'll definitely get angry. Then he suddenly remembered something. The Hit Those High Notes card he'd gotten. He activated it instantly and started singing. The entire room went dead silent, then suddenly erupted into wild applause. Karen stared at him completely stunned. Hajun was grinning widely. Not bad at all. Sehun was still trying to process what just happened. Was I actually that good just now? Karen kept staring at Sehun in disbelief. I genuinely thought you'd sing some anime opening or something. Another girl laughed loudly. Those high notes though? Seriously. A short-haired girl leaned in closer. He's actually kinda cute now that I look at him. Some guy asked Hajun directly, "Can you sing like that?" Easy stuff, someone else replied cockily. A girl whispered to her friend nearby, "Who even is this guy?" They realize he's Hajun's friend now. They're shocked, since they've never seen Hajun bring anyone here before. Then someone asked Sehun to sing another song for them. The entire crew surrounded him with pure hype. Do a dance song this time. Sure thing. Sehun glanced at Hajun to check. You're good with this? Hajun nodded approvingly. Just have fun. The rumors about him were completely wrong. Hajun's actually a genuinely good person. The next morning, Sehun walked towards school with an actual spring in his step. This is the first time I've ever been excited about going to school. He thought about Hajun calling him a friend yesterday. Life's actually going to be easy from now on. He even told me to let him know if anything bad happens. No quests currently in progress. No more bullies targeting me. I'll ask Hajun to protect Kuya as well. Then Hajun appeared right in front of him. You're just getting here now? Yeah, same as you. Let's head inside together then. Main quest is now starting. Sehun's heart skipped several beats. Main quest. The tutorial phase is finally over. Main quest reward, 1 platinum card. Higher tier than gold. This is going to be significantly harder, Hajun asked casually. What are you staring at? Doesn't matter what it is. I'll complete it no matter what. Nothing important. Let's go. The quest details appeared. Defeat Hajun, top dog of West Gangbuk High School. 0 out of 1. Time remaining, 3 days. Reward, 1 platinum card. Sehun completely froze in place. The rumors about Hajun might be somewhat exaggerated, but he's still the undisputed top dog of this school. I have exactly 3 days to beat him in an actual fight. He remembered his boxing jab card from before. That skill barely even worked on him last time. Side quest has been activated. Why has everything been going so well up until now? There's a strict time limit on this. If I don't win within 3 days, I fail completely, and there's absolutely no way I can actually beat him in a fight. At lunch break, Sehun was eating with Kuya and Hajun, but all he thinks about is the quest. He finally became a friend with Hajun, and now he has to fight him. Why did everything turn up like that? Sejun Fi, Ishdating told them he's leaving first. Sehun finally made a decision. He will actually give up on that quest. Since he's a friend with Hajun now, his school life will be easy, free protection from the school boss, while if he accepted the quest and lost the fight, he would lose both Hajun and the quest system. Sehun finally spotted Hajun, but his jaw dropped as he sees the scene in front of him. Then Karen pulls him aside urgently and reveals something crucial. Hajun isn't actually a good person at all. He runs an entire tax collection system, collecting money from weaker students like some kind of guild leader. That tattooed bully from before? He got completely eliminated because he didn't pay what he owed. Sehun asked Hajun why he's being nice to him lately. Hajun said, it's obviously because he's really good at boxing. He's tired of being surrounded by weaklings. Sehun then realized that if he gave up on the quest, he will lose his fist skills. Then Hajun will realize that Sehun is actually a useless NPC and will abandon him immediately. Sehun, crying in Hajun's hands, finally made up his mind he will actually fight him. That night, Sehun trains alone in an empty park, desperately practicing his jab technique over and over. Suddenly, a group of street thugs surrounds him, demanding he hand over all his money. A sub-quest notification appears instantly. Defeat 5 thugs without taking a single hit. Reward, 1 silver card. Hidden condition available. Sehun smirks to himself. Perfect timing for this. The fight begins immediately. Sehun dodges every attack and counters with surgical precision, taking them down one after another. His jab mastery increases with every clean strike he lands. When the final thug hits the ground, the system makes an announcement. Hidden condition cleared. 0 damage taken. Bonus reward obtained. 1 gold card. Sehun opens the gold card, and just like every single time before, he's left completely speechless by what appears. Time is running out at an alarming pace. It's already the final day of his main quest to defeat Hajun, with only 8 hours remaining on the clock. 3 entire days have passed in what felt like seconds, and within these 8 hours, Sehun must somehow achieve the impossible. He takes mental inventory of everything he has available. The E-rank jab skill, the high-pitched voice ability, the recovery bean, and now this new card he just obtained. 4 items total. Can he actually win with just these? Hajun is legitimately unbeatable, an absolute monster among high school students. But Sehun knows there's no other option available. If he loses this fight, he'll be dragged right back to those nightmare days. As he turns around, he's greeted by Kuya's unfortunate face, leaning in way too close for comfort. Kuya notices Sehun looks absolutely terrible and asks what's wrong, saying he looks genuinely sick. Sehun admits it's because of Hajun. Kuya's expression shifts completely. Throughout everything that's happened, he's been the one helping Sehun constantly, taking beatings that were meant for him. He's Sehun's only real friend, and Sehun has never even properly thanked him for any of it. This might be the right moment. Sehun thanks Kuya sincerely for everything up until now. Kuya stares at him and asks what the hell he's talking about right now. Before Sehun can properly explain anything, a cold voice cuts through the air. Hajun has found them. He asks what they're doing standing around, and suggests they head to the cafeteria together. Sehun's mind races frantically. How is he supposed to fight this guy? Should he just tell him directly that he wants to have a match? No way. He's too terrified to even open his mouth. For now, he just follows Hajun silently, like he was marching to his doom. As they're walking together, 2 students carrying ice cream cones enter from the opposite direction, not paying any attention to where they're going. One of them accidentally bumps straight into Hajun, staining his shirt completely. The student apologizes over and over, asking if he's alright. Hajun's expression doesn't change at all. He simply grabs the student by the collar and lifts him straight off the ground. He confirms it was him and notes they just came from the cafeteria. Sehun watches this entire scene unfold, slowly backing away from the situation. But then, something inside him finally snaps completely. He calls Hajun a dog and asks what he thinks he's doing to that kid. Even Hajun looks genuinely shocked by this. His own friends are stunned into complete silence. He asks if Sehun really just said that directly to his face. Sehun confirms it without hesitation, calling him a piece of trash. Sehun's heart is pounding like crazy. He's absolutely terrified inside. But he keeps hyping himself up internally with every word. He needs to stay calm right now. He needs to believe in himself. No, not even in himself, but in the godly power contained inside this gold card he just received. Hajun, surprisingly enough, doesn't look angry at all. He places his hand on Sehun's head, almost affectionately, like patting a loyal dog. He comments on how loyal Sehun is for getting upset because he touched his classmate. What on earth is he even saying right now? He tells him that friends don't need to fight each other and says to just calm down. Before Sehun can react properly, Hajun drags him toward the cafeteria like absolutely nothing happened. During PE class, Sehun sits there like a walking corpse, completely spaced out and unresponsive. He thinks he's done for completely. What does he do now? Hajun has zero intention of fighting him. He even apologized directly to him. How is he supposed to complete this impossible quest? The rumors about Hajun are absolutely horrible, but the truth is, he genuinely seems to consider Sehun a real friend. Time is running out rapidly, and Sehun has absolutely no idea how to proceed from here. Kuya notices his obvious distress and asks what's bothering him so badly. Sehun says it's about Hajun. Kuya asks if he did something to him directly. Sehun responds sort of vaguely. Suddenly, Karen walks over toward them. She says the entire school is talking about what happened. She asks what he was thinking, trying to start a fight with Hajun like that. Sehun admits he doesn't know anymore at this point. She calls him completely ridiculous and asks if he has some kind of ending wish. But did you guys notice something strange about this situation? Karen actually attended PE class today and deliberately approached Sehun to talk. Something is definitely different about her behavior. Anyway, Sehun asks why she hangs out with Hajun's crew all the time. He also mentioned that she helped him when Chungdong was attacking him before and warned him about Hajun's true nature afterward. He added that even if she hangs out with them, she never bullies anyone. She seems like a nice person. She responded that her life is easier when she hangs with them. Sehun's eyes widened. She asks if he's expecting some kind of special answer or what. He stammers that he just thought something might be there. She tells him not to get ahead of himself and says he's being way too familiar with her. Sehun apologizes quickly, saying he thought they were actually friends now. Suddenly, someone bursts into their conversation in a complete panic. He shouts Sehun's name desperately, saying this is really bad and he can't just sit here relaxing like nothing's wrong. Sehun doesn't know what the student just told him, but judging by his expression alone, it's definitely not good news at all. At the exact same time, in a secluded area of the school building, a group of delinquents are gathered together. One of them laughs mockingly, asking if he heard that right, and telling him to say it one more time. Standing before them completely alone and unafraid is Kuya himself. He demands they call Hajun out here immediately. They ask if he's completely insane. They know Kuya is Sehun's friend, since they've seen them together multiple times before, but that doesn't earn him any respect whatsoever. If anything, it makes them want to humiliate him even more. One delinquent says he'll take Kuya out first before anything else. Just as one of them is about to attack, Hajun walks out from inside the building. He asks what Kuya wants from him. Face to face with the monster himself, Kuya's confidence wavers noticeably. But he's already committed to this path. He's willing to take the beating for his friend's sake. He tells him to stop messing with Sehun constantly. Hajun asks what he just said. Kuya repeats it clearly, saying he's always grabbing him and dragging him around everywhere. Hajun's expression changes instantly. Without any warning whatsoever, he swings his fist with overwhelming speed, a heavy strike that sends him stumbling backward. He states that Sehun and he are actual friends. He adds that he really hates people like Kuya who don't even look human to begin with. He continues to overwhelm Kuya with strike after strike. He lectures him about hierarchy and social order, saying Kuya is outside the acceptable range of normal people. He denies targeting Sehun at all, calling Kuya the real nuisance here. He claims that since they aren't on the same social level, Sehun would never consider someone like Kuya a real friend anyway. Suddenly, a lightning-fast jab connects perfectly with Hajun's face. Sehun has arrived on the scene, and he's absolutely not holding back anymore. He tells Kuya that if it weren't for him, school would have been completely unbearable every single day, calling him his only real friend in this entire place. The fight everyone has been waiting for has finally begun. Rumors spread like absolute wildfire through the school. Within just minutes, every single student knows that Sehun is fighting Hajun right now. Students flood the area from every direction, forming a massive crowd around them. Everyone thinks Sehun has completely lost his mind. In their eyes, Sehun is just a former victim, while Hajun is the undisputed king of the entire school. Even Karen arrives at the scene, her face filled with genuine concern and worry. Hajun asks if Sehun really wants to fight him seriously, saying he thought they were friends. Sehun's response is ice cold and final. He clarifies that in this entire school, his only friend is Kuya, standing right there. Sehun's expression hardens like stone. He claims he could defeat Hajun in 5 seconds flat. Sehun smirks confidently, because the gold card he received earlier is called Beyond Limits, and it lasts exactly 5 seconds in duration. Main quest officially beginning now.